Welcome. I'm Naomi Grace, and this is Solo Femme, a fearless space for women who rise in silence, heal without apology, and remember exactly who they are, even when the world forgets. So let me ask you something. Who are you, as a woman? Not what the world says, not what your past whispers, not what your numbers suggest, but you, in your full, raw, sacred truth. Because hear this. You were not made to shrink. You were born to rise, to stand firm, to speak boldly, to shake the ground beneath your purpose, even if your voice trembles while doing it. You are brilliant. You are brave. You are beautiful beyond measure. And you are not too much. And you are never not enough. Let that settle. Let that replace the lie that says you have to earn your value. You are not defined by numbers. Not the number on a scale, not the number in your bank account, not your age, not your followers, not your relationship status, and absolutely not by your past. Because your worth is unshakable. It doesn't rise and fall with validation. It isn't based on performance. It isn't fragile. It's rooted in who crafted you. You were made by the Creator of all things, and to Him, you are priceless. Even when you feel unseen, even when you're healing quietly, even when your confidence feels distant, you are still His, still whole, still worthy, still becoming. Let me remind you of the women who walked before you. Deborah led warriors into battle. Hagar was seen by God in the wilderness. Priscilla taught beside apostles. Hannah's tears birthed nations. Mary Magdalene, the first witness to resurrection. Esther positioned in silence, but rose to save her people. So what about you? You carry that same legacy, that same strength, that same calling. It's in your DNA. The power to rebuild, to nurture, to lead, to transform. Maybe you've spent years being told to be quiet, to be small, to know your place. Maybe you've been hiding in survival mode, telling yourself, I am too much, or I'll never be enough. But not anymore, not today. Let this be your moment to unlearn the lie. You don't need permission to take up space. You don't need applause to speak with power. You don't need to shrink to be accepted. You were made for this moment, to lead, to heal, to rebuild your self-worth like it's sacred ground, because it is. So today, choose differently. Choose to stop apologizing for your strength. Choose to stop editing your voice for comfort. Choose to stop waiting for someone to validate what God already confirmed. The next time doubt creeps in, when that voice in your head whispers, "Who do you think you are?" you answer boldly, "I am a daughter of the living God, cherished, chosen, called, built for more, and I am unstoppable." Say it if it's true for you. I am not too much. I am rising from my silence. I am whole even while healing. I am chosen, called, and crafted for this moment. I am letting go of shame and walking in worth. Let it sink in. Let it rise in your bones. Now, tell me, what truth are you reclaiming today? Say it out loud in the comments. I am. Let this be your declaration. Let it be the start of your comeback. Let it be the fire that awakens the woman inside you, who is done waiting to be seen, because she finally sees herself. Thank you for sharing space with Solo Femme. Your healing matters here, your story belongs here, and your voice even shaking is still powerful. And remember, solo doesn't mean small, it means unstoppable. Hit subscribe, and your fearless journey continues right here. I'm Naomi Grace, and until next time, keep rising.